Welcome to today's explainer. Today we're going to completely shift how we look at accounting. We are moving way past the boring raw data entry, and instead we're going to start looking at our financial numbers as an incredibly empowering navigation tool. Seriously, it's a game changer. So let's build that framework together.
Picture this. Imagine the absolute thrill of pulling a massive monthly sales report. You're celebrating thousands of dollars in revenue. You're feeling great. But then you log in to check the business bank account and the balance is shockingly close to zero. How on earth can high sales result in absolutely no cash?
Well, here is the hard truth. Many businesses look wildly successful from the outside. They have tons of customers, they're moving products left and right, but behind the scenes, they are secretly losing money. This painful disconnect happens because owners simply lose touch with their numbers. They just kind of hope that sheer volume will magically solve their cash flow problems. But as we all know, hope is definitely not a business strategy.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our roadmap for this explainer covers 6 main waypoints: the illusion of profit, meet your financial GPS, the 3 essential reports, revenue is not profit, choosing your accounting method, and finally, decoding your financial story.
Stop number 1, the illusion of profit. Look, high sales absolutely do not guarantee high profits. Let's take a super common scenario. Say an e-commerce store makes $10,000 in sales over a busy holiday weekend. Sounds awesome, right? But what if they spent $11,000 on targeted ad spend and expedited shipping just to get those orders out the door? They are literally bleeding cash. You absolutely need a concrete system to strip away that illusion of revenue and uncover your actual real-world financial health. Which brings us to section 2, meet your financial GPS.
Accounting gets a pretty bad rap. People think it's just complicated math or boring tax compliance, but it's really not. It is simply a tracking system for money moving in and out. It's the literal GPS for your business. Think about it. Imagine driving full speed toward a brand new city in the pitch black without a map. Without tracking your numbers, you might be moving at 100 miles an hour, but you are driving completely blind and heading straight for a financial cliff.
All right, section 3, the 3 essential reports. First up on your dashboard is the profit and loss statement. I love this one because it boils all your chaotic daily operations down to one fundamental question. Am I actually making money? It's just income minus expenses equals profit. Simple as that. It's the heartbeat of your business. But, and this is a big but, you have to remember that a paper profit doesn't guarantee you actually have that cash sitting in the bank. And that leads us directly to the cash flow statement. Because let's be real, paper profits don't pay your employees' salaries. This report tracks the actual physical money moving through your account. There's a famous saying among experienced entrepreneurs that hits the nail on the head. Revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is reality. Cash is literally the oxygen of your business. If you run out, the game is over.
Now, if the profit and loss statement is like a video recording of your year, the balance sheet is a photograph. It's a financial snapshot frozen in time. It measures your true foundation by looking at 3 buckets: your assets, which is what you own, your liabilities, which is what you owe, and your equity, which is the remaining value that actually belongs to you. Put those 3 together, and you get a perfectly accurate picture of your company's true strength. Moving right along to section 4, revenue is not profit. This is probably the biggest detour new business owners take. It is incredibly common to confuse top-line revenue with bottom-line profit. A massive $10,000 sales month looks fantastic on paper, but in reality, it gets brutally carved up. You've got rent, salaries, marketing, taxes. By the time all those expenses take their bite, you are often left with just a tiny sliver of actual profit. Focusing solely on that big, flashy top-line number is super dangerous.
Next up is section 5, choosing your accounting method.
So there are 2 main ways to route your data. Cash accounting is straightforward. You just record transactions when the money physically moves in or out of your bank. Easy, right? But then you have accrual accounting, which is a bit different. Here, you record income the moment it's earned and expenses the moment they occur, regardless of when the cash actually changes hands. Accrual provides a far more accurate, big-picture view of your performance, which is exactly why all the major companies rely on it. And finally, we've arrived at section 6, decoding your financial story. So, what does this all mean for you? How do we actually use this GPS? Well, it helps answer critical real-world questions like, should I increase my prices? If you look at your profit and loss statement and see that your expenses are creeping up and eating away your margin, well, your data is loudly signaling that it's time to adjust your pricing. You aren't just guessing in the dark anymore. The data makes the decision for you.
Or how about a massive operational question? Can I afford to hire another employee? Before you take on that huge commitment, you just check your cash flow statement. It's going to reveal if you have the actual cash reality to sustain a brand new salary month after month. It completely eliminates the stress and guesswork of expanding your team. Ultimately, your numbers are not just boring math on a page. They are a story. They reveal exactly where your business has been, where it stands today, and exactly where it's heading tomorrow. Decoding that story is what gives you total operational control. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. If you were to sit down and look at your financial dashboard today, what is the real story your numbers are trying to tell you? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.